Okay, so we're going to do a stretching exercise where I'm going to use a stick. Carmen will use a band. So you put the band through like bracelets. Carmen has given us permission to use her entire face. Say hi, Carmen.
Hello.
So this is going all over the country. We know you're there. It's for my friends up in Sacramento. So, first one is with a PVC pipe. We go up and over. I'm going to come back a little bit so you can see. No, you can stay where you're at, Carmen. Carmen can stay where she's at. I probably need to bring it down lower. That's the thing. So this is up and over. The biggest thing you want to avoid is, keep going. I've got to explain to the people in the universe what's going on, Carmen. You understand this is being transmitted all over the world to all peoples and nationalities. Okay? So it's up and over. So if you're starting out and you can't make it all the way up and over, keep going, Carmen. We're not done with it. She always likes to stop early.
No, I like to make it shorter so it wouldn't hit my hair all the time.
Yeah. Well, you gotta lift it up over. So she's using the band if you don't have a stick. But you bring it up as high as you can. You know, you may not be able to bring it all the way up and over, so it's very important that you don't arch the back. Keep it going. Oh, don't worry. We won't worry about Carmen. We'll just keep going on this broadcast. Carmen really has been exercising for many years here at the Shire.
You wouldn't think so.
So you don't want to flex the back like that or hyperextend. Just up and over. And remember as well that you might need a doctor's permission in order to get these exercises, just so that we know that you're going to be safe. Because sometimes they can cause a spike in the blood pressure, and that's not always good, especially if there's any compromises in the circulatory system. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, Carmen is going to, I want to do the stretches with this stick. So what we'll do is around. So the same thing, you have it through your handles, just like we did before. We go around.
Okay.
Okay? The other thing you want to try to complement on this one, so is wrap it around a couple, Carmen, so you get that tension. Because you don't want the band to be flopping around if you use them. So what she's got is her hand through like that, and then she's going to come up over and then around. So you're rotating your trunk. Keep it going, Carmen. So that's the nice thing about doing training is you can stop and you can get them to keep going. The other thing you want to do is if you have a stick or a band is you pull on it as you come up over. This will activate the muscles in the shoulders and the arms and give you a good amount of stretch. So we're trying to stretch the entire torso. Okay, so I'm going to have Carmen do this next stretch, which is out like this, and we come up and around. So I got to have her use the stick because obviously a band is not going to fit on the ground. So you want your stick kind of back towards you, and then you go forward, come back up to full stand, so your legs are somewhat wide, so that way you stabilize at the hips. So we'll let Carmen do this one. So stand where I was. Okay, and then lean forward, reach your arms out, go down, and then you do a circle. So this is kind of stirring the cauldron, standing all the way up and around. So one of the things she's doing too is she's pushing the stick into the ground. So when she goes around, she's also slowing down as she comes to the front, which is causing her to stretch more in through the triceps. And she's standing all the way up at the end of the movement. Now we do the opposite direction, Carmen. I'm not going to give you her last name to protect the guilty. All right, so she's pushing into the ground, slow circle, then standing all the way up to tall. So that is another good stretch for not only the hips, but for the back as well, and the arms. So the latissimus dorsi, or here, is going to get stretched. So that's good, Carmen. And come back up. And then she's going to hold the stick like this. Okay, so one hand is going to be both hands facing out. And then you pull on the stick and look up. This stretches out your side. Okay, so like that. And you pull on the stick like it's a band, like you want to pull it apart. So what she's stretching right now is all the rib cage here, all the way up through her arm and her neck. This puts a smile on her face most of the time because, you know, it's a crazy world out there. And then she'll do the other side. Yeah, now bring it back this way. So it's all the way to the side, so this arm comes over. It's all right. And then pull the stick apart. But try to get it, this arm is less flexible, so she's having a hard time keeping it back. So, it's like this, and then pull. And look up towards the ceiling. So, this indicates to me that Carmen's left shoulder is less flexible. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do exercises to try to create that flexibility and massage to also get that more flexible. The next one we're going to do, this is a little bit longer of a video than we like, but I want to get all the stick ones done. So she's going to do this one where she stands to the side so the angle of the stick is toward you. You're standing directly in alignment with it. And you can have your feet together. Then you bring the arm back and you look to the opposite direction. Okay?
Okay.
You can hold that for 15, 20 seconds, and then you do a sweep. So this is dynamically stretching the whole shoulder. So go ahead and do that, Carmen, on both sides. And this will almost complete the full stretches for the stick. Okay? So first you extend, you stand up straight, bring the arm back, feeling it in your pec muscle. Now turn the opposite direction with your head. So this stretches the scalene muscles here and all down the arm because she's pushing the stick into the ground, which activates the arm muscles. And then she's going to do a sweep. So she brings it forward, sweeps it, and reaches. Or actually, let's do this way too. So you can do both ways, but when you sweep, you reach and sweep, keeping your body in alignment looking forward. Okay, and then of course you do the other side. We're going to stop this video at this time because you got the idea on those stick stretches. So those different stretches with the stick will help to increase the range of motion in your shoulders and the smile on your face.